Miracles happen, people come back. In fact, my kicking off at the boss paid off. He was a bit embarrassed, in fact, very. I think he realised that I basically was going to take no shit. That was yesterday. He apologised profusely over what had happened for the past 3 weeks of no kitchen and hardly any men turning up. Yesterday he rang up the office. I know it was all bullshit to look good. Yeah, he rang his office up to check that the plasterer was going to come out today. And 8:15 this morning, I had a chap turn up and I was like, good grief. Oh my life. He was a very nice chap. He came with a shed load of bits, expecting it to be a small job, because that's what the boss had said. It's a small job. And the guy was blown away, like my voice then for a second. Yeah, he was blown away by how much actually needed doing. Right. He's back tomorrow. Let me put this door to a bit. My son's in bed asleep, so I'm trying to make as little noise as possible, which is pretty difficult for me with my big gob. Cat prints all over the thing. So yeah, he was under the impression that it was going to be a little job, plastering a bit of the kitchen, a bit of tweaking here and there, but he didn't realise exactly what he would be letting himself in for. You look at this, I mean, he had to plaster all that area. All this area here has had to be smoothed, and he was here for the whole day. He literally was here till 5 o'clock. I've not seen any workmen stay till that length of time. This pipe is still here. I said that yesterday the boss, whose name is Craig, he said that this plasterer was like the A-team. He could do any job basically, and he'd be able to get rid of this pipe. He says, I can't. That's not my job. That's not my job, he says. I'm a plasterer, not a plumber. So yeah, he was not best pleased at the fact that someone was telling Jackanories. So yeah, he did all this area here. As I say, he did the front door section, which has been blocked off. And then he also, Gizmo, you're going to have to come down. You get on my whip, getting in my way. I'm trying to do this as best as I can, and you're in the road, mister. I know. And he also tackled this area here. He says if he was 2 men, it would have been done today. But he's one person, not an army of people. And when he was here, a little bit later on, the electrician that turned up, whatever day it was, for an hour, he basically came back to do the jobs that he basically told me he wasn't able to do. Can't do that. These are what he said he could do, and he did do. He did that one. And there's a socket underneath there for the dryer. The other electrician that had come had done that one. But yeah, this one here, apparently in the far corner, he couldn't do the double socket. Oh my god, take a look. Double socket has gone across there. Wow. What else did he do? The electrician, very same electrician, also said that these cupboards would have to come back off again. That we wouldn't be able to put you lower sockets on. We wouldn't be able to do you additional sockets. They are going to have to be as they are. A bit of bullshit there, because today he started the job of putting me in sockets in. So those underneath are going to be blocked off, but I've got the lower ones are, and then there's going to be one here as well, double socket. And then what else? So yeah, this cooker of mine is basically disconnected. So at the moment we've got no cooker. It's absolutely shit. The OT came out today. The OT, whoops, I've had a bit of a kick, my wig has slipped a bit. The OT, she came about 10 o'clock. She came out, and she didn't come in the kitchen with me because the plasterer, I keep going to say plumber, but he's not a plumber, he's a plasterer, as he kept saying to me whilst he was here, to do that pipe. I can't do it, I'm not a plumber, I'm a plasterer. The OT, she come out. She, I think, was a bit pissed off with the fact that the joiner on week 1, put me this in here when it was meant to be put in the back of the kitchen. My fridge freezer was meant to be here. So it has created extra jobs, if you like. It's a food prep area, so I can then put my feet underneath and I can get in nice and close. And this is my area, my little station, for me and stuff. Her nose was put out of joint, maybe because she hadn't thought of the idea herself, weirdly enough. She was like, oh, you suggested to have the fridge freezer there. And I said, yeah, it was a suggestion. Maybe if I did, it's a suggestion, not a set in stone thing. You're the one that does the planning and stop it. It keeps tapping me. You're the one that does all the plans and the draw ups of how this is going to look and where's best to put things, because you know the work and you know the surfaces and the cupboards and what can be done and what can't be done. I'm just merely a little person that knows nothing really. I'm not professional, that's the word I'm looking for. So her nose was put out of joint because somebody actually did a decent job and came and borrowed me and sort of looked from my eye level which would work best for me. And because he sort of spoke his mind and threw some suggestions, and I agreed with him, so a new map was drawn, and he started putting things the way that would be better for me with my disabilities, which I think she was a bit miffed over, but I don't give a shit. It's me, it's my needs that are being met now, not hers. And then when she came here originally, she asked me about the cooker, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, because this was the lowest one that I could buy at the time. I'd not known about these induction hob things that you could get, an oven. This is going to be removed. All this is going to be one height, basically, right to this end here, and it's going to be blocked in. This is going to be dropped down a bit. And I'm going to have an induction hob here, and then I'm going to have an oven that goes underneath. Go me. She never mentioned the little snippet of information that we would be without a cooker. Yeah, she never said that bit. So when the electrician turned around and said, "Oh, we've got to, we've got to basically, we've got to disconnect the cooker, so you're not going to be with one." I was like, marvelous, and I sort of tried to see if I could leave it for a day or two. Get down, come on, go down. Stop jumping on me. Yeah. So, but anyway, the electrician then phoned up Craig, the boss. The boss then phoned up my OT. And then she phoned me up and said, basically, I've allowed you to have the appliance that I'm going to order when I've sent you the email so you can see what it looks like. You're going to have to just use a microwave and an air fryer, to basically get by until it's fitted, which hopefully isn't going to be too much longer, sorry. And it was a shock to the system, and I was like, do you know what, okay, I need this doing, I want it doing, it's going to be good after, I'm going to benefit from it. I mean, the one thing she was here, she said, well, there isn't just you that needs to use the cooker, there's your son as well. And I said, yeah, but my son, in a few years or so, may not be here. He might be in his own home, with his own cooker and his own, things. I then am left with something that I'm struggling to use. So she okayed it. She says, I'll email you the link. And then this is the state of play at the minute. So I have absolutely no sockets on this side whatsoever. These guys all buggered off. The electricians disappeared at 2 o'clock. But the plasterer was here till 5, trying to do as much as he could. So yeah. So that's the state of play at the minute. I'm just waiting on a telephone call from 80 of when they're going to deliver. I've never used them before, so I'm a bit like, ooh, this is a bit weird. I've always used Currys or Pickups at a local shop here, also known as Euronics, for electricals. I've never used this AO, but we'll see. And then they'll bring it and drop it in. They'll install it, and then the electricians will hook it up at the other end. So that is what's going to happen here. All this is going to be then tiled and sorted out. And I think that's it. The OT, excuse me. I asked her about cupboard, things in to help me. Baskets and stuff, and she said no, the cupboards are too small. I beg to differ. I just think they're trying to sort of swing the lead out of spending as much of the grant as possible. I think they're trying to claw back as much as possible, so I get the minimal amount of money spent. I've still got to have a new sink put on. But yeah, I do. I think it's down to they're trying to hold back as much money of the grant as possible. And there's a decent chunk of money there to be spent for me with adaptions, but they're trying to sort of do as little as possible. And then I asked the question about the, Cosmos Exploring. Yeah, we went into the bathroom. She looked at the doorways there. She looked at the toilet because I'm waiting to have that sorted out by our local homes organisation. Hello. I'm doing a vlog of how it's from start to as we're going along. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, the toilet is going to be a specialist toilet called the closet. So yeah, it's put me off a little bit. I'm like, oh. But yeah, the closet toilet has got to be fitted, and it's got to have a thing on the wall, sensor. I don't know. She expected me to know how it worked, and I don't really know the full ins and outs. A lot's happened since then. What else? I'm trying to think now. What else needs doing? Oh yeah. The carpet. I asked if I could have vinyl put down, because it was gifted to me from housing when I moved in, and it was scuzzy and horrible then. And carpet isn't very good with wheelchair wheels because, you know, when you come in and it's wet and stuff, it goes all muddy and horrible. So she says yes. She says when the bathroom gets done, we'll put that on the budget with that. So I just smell a rat, I really do. I really think that they're trying to not spend the whole of this budget, because I am still waiting to hear about a path outside for my garden area so I can get by on my wheels nice and easy. Doorway's still got to be widened in the living room. I still need handles putting on my door. This bifold door still needs handles on. I still need the radiator sorting. I still need that pipe sorting out. Doorway sorting out, which will get plastered and sorted out tomorrow. But yeah, the plaster is back bright and early tomorrow, so another day. Same. But at least we're making progress now. What's up? Nothing. So, yeah. So I'll do another update tomorrow. Okay. So I'll do an update tomorrow. Catch you later. Bye bye.